It's already been 4 years? Hey everyone, today I'll be talking about what I liked about the Sonic the Hedgehog movie from 2020. Because I haven't made a review about it on the channel, so this won't be a review, but this will be my thoughts on the overall movie. Because it came out 4 years ago today, so I thought I'll talk about what I enjoyed about it. It was a wild ride getting to this point, getting to where we are today, where we are today in 2024 with Sonic the Hedgehog 3 heading our way at the end of the year and the Knuckles spin-off series on April 26th, which I'm excited to see. But yeah, so what I liked about Sonic the Hedgehog, the first film, is I love the heart and the humor and Jim Carrey's 90s attitude and James Marsden and I mainly came to watch it because of course it's a Sonic movie but with human characters, but still I had a great time and I hope they keep some of this heart and as well as Sonic the Hedgehog 2's action in the third film. I hope they find a good balance for both the heart and the action. But yeah, what I liked about Sonic the Hedgehog 1 is it had heart, it had humor, and it was just an overall good time. It was just fun and just it was just a good time and it was funny. The comedy was great. Sonic during the meta era, I think during the first start of the decade in 2020, this was the best interpretation of Sonic during the early 2020s. And they did something new with Sonic's personality in the movie, and because he was useful, and I just liked Sonic's personality because it was childlike and people can relate to him, and he had flaws, and I think a main character like in movie or really any kind of genre needs to have flaws, otherwise it's not relatable. And so the audience can resonate with that character and be like, oh, I'm kind of like him. I'm like Sonic, I speak really fast and I have bubbly energy and I like hanging out with my friends. So I can kind of relate to movie Sonic because I'm hyper sometimes and yeah, I just like to have fun and I like to have friends and yeah, and I also like high fives. So yeah, that's what I enjoyed about the Sonic movie, and it's just a charming movie. You could sit and watch it with your family. It's a great movie, great time. The action's great. Again, heartwarming. The jokes. I still can't believe they made Sonic floss in the third movie. In the first movie, what's next? Is Tails gonna floss in the third movie? I'm only joking. But anyway, overall great time. Love the heart, and I love Sonic versus Robotnik. It's just crazy that this is like the biggest video game movie, and during that time, before the pandemic hit, I'm proud of Sonic the Hedgehog, and he's a special hedgehog, and I'm proud that we're in this the good timeline or the good era of where Sonic is loved, and all thanks to this movie. And I appreciate what this movie has done for the franchise. It just I love the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. All I can say is heartwarming, is amazing, and overall great time. And I just love the charming scenes, especially with Sonic. Ben Schwartz does a great job portraying Sonic, and James Marsden did a great job acting with a CGI character. Just fella did great as always directing this movie. It was amazing and so entertaining to watch, and just he came, and especially the writers Pat Casey and Josh Miller, they acted Sonic pretty darn well, and yeah, and yeah, I also enjoyed at the beginning of the movie seeing the composer for the Sonic movies, Junkie XL, put Sonic music at the beginning of the movie on the intro where Sonic was on the beautifully made Green Hill Zone. I really want to see more of that. I mean, too bad CGI is expensive. I don't know too much about movie making, but what I can say is what I've heard and seen, CGI is pretty expensive. So yeah, but I would love to see more Sonic levels, and it's just the way they made Green Hill Zone look is beautiful in the movies, and yeah, and yeah, and I also enjoyed seeing Jim Carrey act as Robotnik, And it was just Robotnik was always funny and menacing, but in the Meta era they made him more funny than menacing, and yeah, apart from Sonic Forces, in my opinion, I think they messed up Eggman. But in the movies, Robotnik has no redeeming qualities yet. In the movies we got so far, he has no redeeming qualities. He is a madman, and also sometimes goofy and funny, as well as cracking the floss on Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I still can't believe I had to sit through that on April 8th. But but yeah, I enjoy how how Jim Carrey betrays Robotnik in these movies, and I'm so happy he's coming back for the third film and possibly his last film, possibly unless he decides to retire after that. I don't know, but yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what else he does. I hope he puts on the fat suit for the movie. It's okay if he doesn't, but I'm praying he does. And yeah, and that will just make everything worthwhile. But again, it's up to Jim Carrey. But yeah, overall, I'm excited for this movie. And last of all, I love the post-credit scene for this movie, setting up Tails and getting the sequel confirmed for how much money it made at the box office. And yeah, and I'm glad that we got the movie that we did, and I'm glad that we didn't be in the bad timeline with the ugly, horrendous looking Sonic. Luckily, Paramount listened to the fans, and we got the good Sonic. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Let me know what let me know what you thought of this. I just thought I'd give you my like what I liked or thought of what I liked about Sonic the Hedgehog the movie, because I've not done a review or anything on this channel about it, so I thought I'd share my thoughts on it. So you don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell in the next video. Bye! Happy National Sonic the Hedgehog Day! Hey everyone! Today, because Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the movie, is now 2 years old, I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on it. So let's begin, just like I did for the first film. What I love about Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is I love the references as well as the air bubble reference when Sonic was trapped underwater and tried to help Knuckles. And also, I really enjoyed the fight scenes between Sonic and Knuckles in Siberia and in the kind of inspired Labyrinth Zone that kept the Master Emerald where they were fighting Labyrinth Zone was awesome. I enjoyed just seeing the flashy red and I enjoyed the visuals and the effects. The people who worked on the visuals did a banging, smashing job on the fight scenes, because my eyes were glued to the screen whenever I saw Knuckles and Sonic fight, and none of it felt out of place. It felt really good, and yeah, and they really did a good job of making Knuckles feel like a threat and powerful, and making him seem like not as a joke like he was portrayed in the past games in the nostalgia era. He was actually respected as a character, and we got a few chuckles out of Knuckles, but Knuckles didn't chuckle. The thing that he does in the game that he debuts. He says he doesn't chuckle, but he does when the moment he debuts. So, but yeah, I'm glad Knuckles was respected, and I mean he had some funny moments, but again he wasn't seen as a joke when he did have these funny moments, because he's not used to Earth customs and how people on Earth do things. So yeah, I just really enjoy Knuckles' character in the movies. Like it's funny, but it's not to the point where he's seen as a joke. He's respected, and he's a threat, but he can also have his goofy moments. Just like I'm excited for the Knuckles show, because because Knuckles was my second favorite character. Like after Sonic and Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Tails. I mean I like Knuckles and Tails, but I like Knuckles a little bit more because I like them equally. Actually, I like them equally. What am I saying? But yeah, I'm looking forward to the Knuckles show because we're gonna get to see more of Knuckles' personality, even more Knuckles content, and just like I'm excited to see his dynamic with Wade, and it's gonna be funny, but it's also gonna be serious, and I'm just looking forward to seeing more Knuckles. Plus, it's his 30th anniversary, but I've been talking about a lot about Knuckles. So let's move on to Eggman, Sonic, and Tails. So So Sonic is still how he was from the last movie, but he's kind of going for an arc, and he's trying to be a hero in this movie and trying to learn how to take responsibility for other people and not be so careless and not ruin the city. And yeah, I mean, he's still a movie Sonic. He still acts like a kid, but I'm so glad he didn't do the floss in this movie like he did with the last film, but Eggman did. But again, that's just Jim Carrey being Jim Carrey. He can be goofy, but he can also be serious, and yeah. Also, speaking of Eggman, I love how Jim Carrey has been portraying Eggman in these two movies, and I'm excited to see him return for Sonic the Hedgehog 3 to see what he does with Eggman, and hopefully he puts on the fat suit. It's fine if he doesn't, but just more Eggman the better, because Jim Carrey does it. I can't see anyone else being Eggman but Jim Carrey, because Jim Carrey just nails Eggman and nails the sinister and goofiness, and yeah, and he's actually a threat, and Sonic sees him as a threat, not Eggman or the person that I beat every time. He actually took him seriously, compared to like past games where Eggman was just seen as a joke and not a threat, and there was just no stakes. If the villain is not treated as a threat, then what's the point? I'm moving on to Tails. Tails, like just like in the games, not including forces and colors and all that stuff. I mean, colors he was alright, but still, he was actually, he was cute, he was adorable, but he was also he was brave, and Tails is just awesome in this movie. That's all I can say. And I enjoy seeing Sonic and Tails like being best bros, like that dynamic. I always love that. I always loved seeing Sonic and Tails together, and I also enjoyed seeing them when they were sleeping. Tails put his tails around Sonic to keep him warm, and it's just that scene melted my heart in the theaters. It was just amazing and awesome, and I love it. But yeah, Tails was awesome in the movie. He wasn't a coward. He was just going through like a journey, just like with Sonic. Like he just came to warn Sonic, and he was like nervous joining. But the way they show Tails off, especially his gadgets, like don't mess with Tails. And I'm glad in this movie that Tails is not a little crybaby. He's actually serious when he needs to be serious, and helps Team Sonic, and he's the brains of the operation in Team Sonic. Like he's the smart one out of both of them, and yeah, he's just adorable and awesome, and it's Tails. I'm so glad they kept calling to voice Tails in the movie. Other movies, take notes. Colleen did a great job as Tails, as just like in the games, because I don't know. I could just hear game Tails in just Tails, and I don't know. She did a great job. Ben Schwartz also did a good job portraying Sonic in the film. He had his moments, and he just, I don't know. I mean, just like always, Ben Schwartz nailed it as Sonic, and yeah. All the cast did great, including Idris Elba's Knuckles. And the human characters, I'm getting to the territory of having to say the wedding scene. The wedding scene, it was fine, and then it dragged on, and I was like, when are we gonna get to our favorite CGI characters that we love to see? Hopefully we get more in Sonic Movie 3, hopefully, especially after the strike. I also enjoyed seeing the Sonic heroes team up to defeat Emerald Superpower. I think I'm just gonna call him Super Eggman. We've never seen Eggman use the Chaos Emeralds. I mean, in the games, apart from power sources. Correct me if I'm wrong if you use them for like other things, but I only really remember him using the Chaos Emeralds to like for power sources or other things like that. But yeah, in the movie, Eggman goes super, and Team Sonic work together, and in the true Team Sonic spirit, and then Team Sonic split up to go and get Eggman and distract him, and Eggman chases Sonic, and Donut Lord and Pretzel Lady go to hijack a car so they can rescue their adopted son, and then Robotnik for a few short moments I mean, the scene is very intense, and the way it's telegraphed and the music actually makes it more like the scene a lot more intense and makes you guessing what's gonna happen next to Sonic. As Robotnik feels like he's about as Robotnik is about to crush Sonic just in time. Pretzel Lady and Donut Lord catch Sonic and bring them in the vehicle, and then Robotnik crushes them, and then they're surrounded by fire, and then with the power of with the positive energy of the emeralds, Sonic turns into Super Saiyan. Super Sonic, which I was waiting for this entire movie. I mean, I knew this was gonna happen. Thank you a lot, McDonald's, for spoiling. But yeah, Super Sonic was in this movie, and he was sick and awesome, and just it's the most serious we've seen movie Sonic be, and it was just a sick, awesome scene where Super Sonic finishes off Robotnik, in the finishing blow, and goes and breaks the Death Egg robot and destroys it with one hand. And I like the callback to Sonic 06 and Sonic X reference to where he's holding the Death Egg with one hand and kicking down, and Robotnik assumes he goes to his doom, and then Sonic reunites with his family as well as Knuckles and Tails, and then they make a vow that plays baseball the next day, and then they all go to get ice cream, and Knuckles and then Knuckles thinks that grapes would be good on ice cream, and they go and get ice cream, and then Sonic almost forgets the emerald. They want to forget that for next. And then we get the post-credit scene, which reveals Cheerios. I mean, Shadow the Hedgehog, which I'm excited to see in Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I'm excited to see the Ultimate Life Form later this year, and I can't wait to see who's voicing him. And I just can't wait to see Shadow the Hedgehog. And hopefully we get Amy or Rouge in the movie. Looking forward to see one of them appear. Hopefully, fingers crossed. And yeah. Let me know what you think of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Overall, it's a great and amazing video game movie. It's one of the best video game movies, and I say one of the best because the Mario movie released last year. So, yeah, Mario movie is my third or second favorite video game movie, but Sonic is still number one for me. But maybe I'm just being a bit biased. So yeah, let me know what you think of this movie. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! First off, I'm gonna start with the spoiler-free section, where I'm gonna give you vague descriptions of how the movie is and my thoughts on it vaguely. But yeah, the movie's pretty good. Got great action, great humor. Tails gets a lot more shining moments than he did in the last movie. Knuckles is also good as always. Idris Elba's killing it as usual. Sonic is great as well, like really maturing into the hero we know him to be. Trying to do this without spoiling the movie, but I just want to gush. I'm gonna go off track. I don't really know how to do reviews, so I'm just gonna gush. I'm in the spoiler section and just go off point. But yeah, anyway, Shadow. You guys been waiting for this. Shadow. They do him so right, and just the action in this movie as well. The Keanu Reeves nails it as Shadow the Hedgehog, and I just love it so much. And I'm gonna it's just amazing. I'm stuttering. I don't have a script. This is just my thoughts, like spoiler-free thoughts, and then spoiler thoughts, and then yeah. But yeah, I'm not gonna go scene by scene. I'm just gonna go off my notes and talk about what I liked, talk about what I didn't like. But yeah, go see Sonic Movie 3. Great action, great humor. I mean, not as much humor as there was in the previous films, which is good for the tone of this movie. It's got a more darker tone, but also never fails to squeeze a joke in there, but it's actually good for the moment. Sorry, I'm stuttering, but yeah. But yeah, I love this movie so much. Recommend seeing it. And if you're a Sonic fan, then you're gonna love this movie. Like, they cooked with Shadow and all our beloved favorite characters, and Robotnik mainly, and Shadow, and I was so invested with their stories. I mean, again, I played the game and I'm a Sonic fan, so I'm gonna be gushing about it, and also I'm a Sonic fan, so I'm yeah. And also the music that they played in this, the music that they played in this is where we switch to the spoiler section, so yeah. I'm gonna end this spoiler-free section by saying that go see the movie. It's great action. Jim Carrey does great playing two different characters, and just you get double, as they say, double the carry, double the fun, or something like that. But yeah, go see the movie. Recommend seeing it. You will have a great time. Take family, take people you love, and just have a great time. But yeah, spoiler review. I'm gonna give you 3, 2, 1. Spoilers incoming. 3, 2, 1. Super Shadow, Supersonic. That like the way Shadow mentioned, and Tom, and then just Sonic lands the punch on Shadow, and it's just I used to watch Dragon Ball, and Dragon Ball's super cool, and I see what they mean by Dragon Ball, because like literally the fights literally is like a live, I don't know how to describe it, like a live action something version of Dragon Ball. It's so cool. I love the super forms, obviously Vegeta and Goku, Sonic and Shadow. I mean, Shadow's not really Vegeta, but I can see what people mean. But yeah, either way, I love the shonen fights. They're so cool. I love the punch and the choreography, and also the background and the set pieces and just the effects. But yeah, I just love it so much. And just I really love that they gave the characters a playground to fight, and so they have an open space to beat the crap out of each other, and like go to different planets. Like at one point, like the area that Shadow and the last area that they were in before Sonic punched Shadow to the moon. Um, I sadly I can't show it because I'm not trying to get this video taken down, but that last area where Shadow was talking about and Tom and all of that stuff, it looked like Angel Island Zone. I don't know why. It's just in my thing. It just looked like Angel Island Zone, because it just looks like where the shrines. I don't know how to describe it, but I put a picture up screen, but yeah, that was really cool. The area to me looked like Angel Island Zone, but I could be wrong. But just the structure and just how it just looked like where they would keep. But and also the Flames of Disaster kept the master. Only Knuckles trusted the Flames of Disaster Wade to look after the Emerald, and then Sonic just takes it from him. Let's get back on topic. Robotnik's story, with his grandfather. I actually teared up with Shadow and Robotnik, and Team Dark, as I'm gonna phrase it, because Sonic Adventure 2 this is taking inspiration, but not entirely, but they're taking elements. But yeah. Also, I love that they chose elements. I love that they added elements of Sonic Adventure 2, but doing their own twist on it to make it a bit more unique and different. So we can't predict everything that's gonna happen, because some of the things are I was not expecting, but again, I love the plot twist. No, I mean, and also if you played the games, you know. But yeah, and also they finally play video game music in this movie. I mean, some of it I didn't notice or I didn't notice straight away, but they played the Eggman theme as his ringtone. They played Live and Heckin' Lone in the final battle when Sonic and Supersonic were teaming up to defeat these resembled to gun robots coming up from the Space Colony Arc to go and fight them. But yeah, that was cool as well. When I wish I could show my reaction, but I'm not trying to get this video copyrighted. But I was screaming. I like the inner Sonic fan in me just wanted. I try my best not to interrupt people when they're watching the movie, because I don't want to be screaming. But damn, just Super Shadow just looks so cool. Super Sonic looks so cool. And it reminds the last time they actually fight each other, I think was the Meta-X Saga and Sonic X. I still need to rewatch that, but I got a clip of it right here. But yeah, that was the last time Super Sonic and Super Shadow fighted against each other, which was really cool. And I just love the fight scenes. The action is just amazing. I love Jim Carrey's story with Gerald and all that, and how he never had a family, and getting emotional, and also sacrificing himself at the end of the movie. There's just a lot to love in this movie, and if this is Jim Carrey's send-off, then I just want to say thank you for being such an amazing actor in these 3 movies and make it to a trilogy. Thank you so much, Jim Carrey. I hope you have fun painting or whatever you decide to do next, but yeah, I'm proud of you. Thank you so much, and thanks to everyone. Thanks to Jeff Fowler and everyone who you know who you are. Thank you so much for bringing these characters to the life in this trilogy, and I can't wait for Sonic 4, and we'll get to that post-credit scene soon. But yeah, I love this movie so much. Like, I got a bit teary-eyed. I got a bit teary-eyed when they were showing like Shadow's backstory, and no, they did no, they did not cap Maria, but they did like indirectly like cause Maria to die, but like through accidentally, like young Walter said, "Oh no, you can't cap that, you can't cap Maria because she's a child," and then they indirectly shoot one of the chaos. I forgot what they're called again. To be honest, I need to rewatch the movie, but that happens, an explosion happens, and then then Maria dies, and the way they handle it is so good, and I'm just Jeff Fowler, Patrick Casey. Round of applause to all of you guys, and just the people on the people in the writing team, especially and also Shadow coming from the meteor shower. I was like, I just love that they did their own thing with Sonic Adventure 2 story, but making it fit in the movie universe, and I literally teared up when seeing Maria getting taken away from Shadow, and her saying the star never goes, or something to do with the light. I still need to rewatch. I don't remember word for word, but like Maria, like if you like Dark Beginnings, and if you're a Sonic fan, Maria and Shadow's relationship is just so wholesome, and also in Sonic at Shadow Generations as well, or I should say Shadow Generations, they're just so wholesome. But yeah, if you're a Sonic fan, you're gonna get a lot of good Maria and Shadow moments throughout the movie. It's just so wholesome, and then she also plays a guitar version of Live and Learn, like in like the flashbacks, and just yeah. And I love the scene, like it looks like the scene that looks like from Dark Beginnings, where they're just sitting in where they're sitting in that field. Scenes are just so good, and just yeah, well done. Well done to everyone, and thanks for the trilogy. And also, I really love that team. I really love the Team Sonic in this movie. I really love that everyone gets I love that everyone gets a chance to shine. Like Tails, because in the last movie, I felt like he was a little bit underutilized time, but I think he got a good amount of screen time. But that's just my opinion. But yeah, and Knuckles was awesome, and Idris Elba like killing it as Knuckles once again with his lines, and Ben Schwartz like the voice direction. He might be. I'm not gonna say the best on it yet, because again I just finished watching the movie. I don't want to try my best not to be. I try my best not to have recency bias, but yeah, he might be one of the best Sonics. I think my second favorite Sonic after Jason Griffin. In my opinion, like his voices is just really good in this movie. Characterization wise, he's maturing to the Sonic speed we know, but still never fails to squeeze in a joke somewhere. But yeah, and just overall, just so just I love Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles in this movie. I love how Maria was betrayed. I love Shadow's backstory, and them making us and them doing different things with Shadow, and just like they cooked with Shadow, they cooked with everyone in this movie, and the humans weren't annoying in this movie. They actually made a smart writing decision, and made them like holograms, something like that, like of Rachel and Randolph, which I thought was a really smart decision. Props to whoever came up with that idea. Is that good? But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. What did you think of my review? My rating for this movie, if I have to give this a rating, I'd probably give it like a 9 out of 10. But yeah, I hope everyone has a good Christmas, and I'll see you all next time. Bye! And now onto the post-credit scene, because I forgot to mention it in my review, but yeah, this is Future Fly High. But yeah, the post-credit scene is like amazing, with Sonic running all the way on accident to New York, only to run into Metal Sonic. And how did Metal Sonic get created? Was Metal Sonic created behind the scenes by Eggman in this movie, or in the past movies? I have loads of questions. Our questions are probably going to be answered in the next movie, but I have so many questions, which is good. I theorize that probably Eggman, or like off screen, like when he got Sonic's quill in this movie, I don't know, somehow managed to make Metal Sonic, and was gonna surprise his grandfather by making another one, or maybe Stone made him, and as like a present for Eggman. I don't know. Those are just two theories, but yeah, we'll find out in Sonic 4. But again, it's so good to see Metal Sonic, and then we see a hammer obliterate the Metal Sonic. So it's like, and I was like, and when I saw a horde of Metal Sonic, I was like, are they doing the Metallics art from Fleetway or the comics? But yeah, that's just so good to hear. I hope they combine Sonic Heroes and Sonic CD together and not just make a Sonic CD adaptation. I want them to use both CD and Heroes because I want Melt Overlord in live action in the next movie. And I'm just even though we don't have Jim Carrey, this could be very interesting in how they do it. I'm just looking forward to see how they portray Metal Sonic in the next movie. And also back to that hammer, like Amy Rose, and she looks amazing. Like, sadly I can't show any images, but she looks like a live action version of how she would look in like the games, but they don't show her full outfit probably because they're probably gonna redesign or change it a little bit in the next movie, my guess. But yeah, either way, we see Amy like in a cloak. And then smile at Sonic, and then it's just so good that Amy and Mel Sonic in a post-credit scene. Amy and Mel Sonic are finally in this universe, and I'm just so happy, and I can't wait to see oh no, I'm probably for this universe. Sonic's probably gonna be crushing on Amy instead of Amy crushing on Sonic. It's probably gonna be the other way around because they show Amy in such an epic way that yeah, she's not just the damsel with she's not just a damsel. She came to that's a good way to show off just how strong Amy is with her introduction being her saving Sonic with her hammer, and it's just so cool. And just the hammer, I like the look of the hammer, that it looks more golden and it just looks great. And I just can't wait to see these two in the next movie, which will come out in 2027. I kind of wish it was 2026, but again, it gives them more time to cook up a great story and a great movie, and just yeah, I can't wait to see it in 2027. And yeah, I'm gonna make a little theory for my thoughts on the post credit scene as well. Even though I already theorized, they're probably gonna do some kind of metallics art and the real Metasonic is probably the one that Sonic punches is probably not the actual Metasonic. It's probably just to test how strong Sonic is by sending out a horde of Metal Sonics. And I guess because I only saw one blue one. I correct me if I'm wrong, but I only saw one blue Metal Sonic, which means probably the real Metal Sonic hasn't fighted Sonic yet, and just seeing how strong he is by letting by letting his army fight Sonic and see how strong he is. That I'm probably the real Metal Sonic is probably gonna face off against him in Sonic movie 4. He's probably just I can't wait to have a hopefully a Metallics arc or as well as Neo Metal Sonic hopefully, and just the Sonic Heroes. And I just can't wait. I hope they hope they adapt Sonic Heroes or Sonic CD and merge it into one, just like what they did with this movie, making it SA2 and Shadow the Hedgehog. But yeah. And yeah, also Shadow survived in the post-credit scene, and obviously because they want to make more money, so they bring him back. But yeah, I can't wait to see what they do with Shadow, Metal Sonic, Amy in the next movie, and we finally get Amy in a Sonic movie, and as well as Metal Sonic. And yeah, Metal Sonic was an ideal situation. They kind of had not had to, but because Amy, not Amy, Eggman's obsessed with robots, so it makes sense. But yeah, I'm gonna end off here. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. What did you think of my, I guess, long now review? See you all soon. Bye. They did the thing finally. For real, let's go. We are eating good, and they did the pose in this #1 movie in America. Damn, we're eating. I can't wait for Sonic 4.